just one more reading. Page 41. The six gates in accordance with suitability. Now the practitioner wishes to gain the realization of deep dhyana absorption and wisdom which extend all the way to the true character of phenomena into nirvana. Thus, one who is at the initial stage of study strives to stabilize the mind. He must be proficient in his skillfulness. How is that he is proficient in his skillfulness? Right? It should be that with respect to the dharmas of six gates, the Sublime one is entirely knowledgeable and entirely aware. In the training and subduing of one's own mind, one may employ and constantly use whatsoever serves to facilitate the training of the mind. Why is this? If the mind is not well facilitated by the methods employed, then the process of cultivation and correction will remain ineffective. Therefore, when one first engages in sitting meditation, one should recognize the correct method for regulating the mind. After having trained in counting, one should next training following. Additionally, one should move along to the study of stabilization, contemplation, turning, and so forth, in which endeavor one should spend several days. Having completed this course of training, one should once again proceed with an additional course whereby one starts with counting and following, and proceeds on along through the turning and purification, establishing the mind in this manner of cultivation and practice by once again spending several days with each separate endeavor. One should proceed in this manner through several complete courses. The practitioner should then actually know what the mind finds to be suitable. If the mind finds counting to be suitable, then one should avail oneself of the Dharma of counting in establishing the mind in calmness. This would also be the case with any of the methods on up to and include purification. One accords with what is found to be suitable and thus proceeds with using that. One should not, in case, neglect any steps in proper sequence. As one proceeds in this manner, we establishing the mind in calmness. Once one has become aware of that the body has become calm, that the breath has become well regulated, that the mind has become quiescent and has developed clarity, and that from beginning to end one remains peaceful and stable, then one should primarily employ this particular method. There will certainly be profound benefit from this. If it's the case that there is some associated problem involving the generation of scatteredness, darkness, obstruction of the mind, then one should once again accord with what is suitable and then change to the use of one of the other gates. It is the establishment in tranquility which qualifies as given here. One may take that as an enduring standard. This then concludes the summary clarification of how the beginning student applies proficiency and skillfulness to establishing the mind in the six gates of the Sublime. Through this, one may know the major import of employing what is suitable in applying the mind. So just a little reading about that. It's not specific only about the meditation itself, but any activity that involves sitting and breathing and doing with the hands, the ability, even use your equipment, the tablet or computer, anything. Any activity that uses the mind, the skillful method of the mind. Any activity you shall understand of the calmness, you will. It's necessary for you to have this perception of the ability and then create for yourself a better course and better way in your life, right? That's it.